Hey everyone, welcome to You Hate to See It. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, and also give us 5 stars if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Share this episode with your friends.
I have to stabilize mine on my fucking knee. Nick's using his gun.
I'm
That's
Adam.
me smacking my
I'm
gun.
Jeff.
I am Nick. I am a living tripod.
We got his nickname.
Is that better than
It's
Big
true.
Nick?
No, it's Big Nick hyphen the living tripod.
It's not because of his dick being huge and a third leg.
It's because his gut is a kickstand.
Alright, well, shots.
Oh, shots.
What do we... Oh, today's life update. That's right. That's the first one we do.
Yeah.
To
You know what? I need some space.
I'm afraid of this.
Yeah, don't put any of that in here.
That was Nick's first time having Tito's.
Yeah, there's still some in there.
What are you?
Nick, get it.
Pitter patter.
Ah! Can't be that bad. That's fine.
I just wasn't prepared for vodka. I knew it was vodka. I just don't do vodka. There's a very fine corn aftertaste to that. It's just,
Like vodka.
Yes, grain-fed alcohol.
yeah.
Well, before we get started today,
As Jeff and I relax into a
Well-
couch.
this is going to be for our second episode. So next week you'll see the end of this, but we're gonna pour.
By the end, the beginning of a bad time.
Yeah, we're gonna pour some gluten-free, 40% alcohol, 80 proof, well vodka in a plastic bottle into a Brita filter, and we'll talk about that next week.
At, like Hy-Vee or
I
like
think this was
Dollar General?
no. I think I got this as a wedding present from one
someone
of
who hates
one
you?
no from one of Morgan's poor
Whoa.
friends.
So
What
someone
a-
who hates you?
Yeah, what a... Wild. You're gonna have to dump that in there like 4 times. I am
This is-
both extremely intrigued and horrified for what's going to come out of that.
I'm horrified of the control shot.
Oh yeah, hey, save some of that. We have a control shot.
You should save some of that as we have a control shot.
Oh, cool. Now I'm gonna say I have to piss the entire time as I listen to the water trickle down. Sorry. I hope it becomes water, but it's
Listen,
vodka,
kids. Listen, kids. When the only difference between science and fucking around is writing shit down, and we are writing nothing down. This is dictation.
No, I would argue this is science because technically we're recording it.
Yeah.
So therefore, we are recording all.
I'm
the
sorry. Do you have a pen and
findings.
paper somewhere?
Sir, I think people just record things to like document also.
Doesn't count.
No,
It's not
no,
a pen
we're
and
like
paper.
the doctors who do the voice memo buttons
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
because we're better than everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Why is it when I
Superiority
said it that
complex.
didn't work?
Yeah, he translated it in autism.
Yeah, I have that good autism translator. I'm drinking a White Claw because it's the last one I have. I drank most of them last night.
I'm drinking Miller Lite. I'm also drinking shots of Screwball, and then I'm also drinking this. I don't know. I guess it's just bourbon.
It's just bourbon and Diet Pepsi, yeah. I just did a shot of Tito's. And I am drinking a mule with none of the ingredients of a mule. But it's in a mule glass, so it counts. It's also just...
Why are you like horking
I
down
don't know,
your
because I
mic?
came through bad at last time, and I want to make sure people can hear the sound of my sultry voice.
Whatever you do, try not to touch the. Oh, well, you're already full. I'm gripping it, but like,
This man...
This is probably the clicks that we're hearing.
I think I'm picking up what the clicking was from the two
the man
episodes.
grip.
The man grip on, the microphone.
No, the microphone's the front part.
It's the whole thing, you stupid fuck.
Huh.
After
So,
that
for
comment,
life
I think I need to be alone for.
For
That's
life
understandable.
updates, Nick has gotten dumber over the last month, as you can tell. As we're not even drunk yet. I mean, unless you guys were going hard.
This is my second drink.
Okay, yeah, maybe this is gonna be a wild month.
I plan on being done with these by 3 o'clock and driving home at 9 when I'm sober.
Yeah, no, that adds up.
So
Adam and I will watch Spirited again while you're
I
here?
don't think I've ever. Have I seen Spirited?
No.
I don't know. What
You've
Spirited is.
you've seen
Bits
clips.
and pieces.
Yeah,
yes.
because you were blackout drunk and
Ooh.
going up and down
so,
my stairs.
So Adam and I were.
Oh,
we,
that's what that movie was.
Yeah.
I was so drunk.
yeah. So I mean, Adam and I hung out. What it wasn't
It
last
was like
weekend?
3 weeks ago.
I don't think it was that long.
Well, last weekend I was in Michigan.
It was the week before then.
Sure.
We hung out. And we
Oh.
finally rewatched Spirited, the wonderful holiday movie starring Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, and it is both awful and delightful at the same time. All the musical numbers don't need to be there at all.
Except Good Afternoon.
Good
I
afternoon.
remember seeing Ryan Reynolds, thinking, "Oh, that man's hot," and then nothing else.
That's an accurate thing to do.
But that was also because I was probably half a bottle of bourbon deep by 9 p.m.
You did make some questionable calls that night.
It was no, we didn't start watching the movie until like after midnight that night.
Yeah,
There's
because
no way
we played NHL before.
Yeah, we didn't go to
We're
bed.
talking on New Year's, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys played Chell on New Year's?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was blacked out. Never mind.
Yeah.
You were sitting behind the couch,
Yeah, we
blacked
made a
out. We
drinking
played
game.
Shell. We played 1 or 2 games, and then we're like, we should watch Spirited. And because I had to make you download Spirited, I walked you through how to download
yeah.
Spirited. You sat on my computer while Jeff and I were playing Shell, and I walked you through how to download Spirited in the completely
I
legal
would
way.
also like to note that this is during an entire fucking party with like 12 people in the house.
This is
Yeah, my wife was
is
upstairs
news.
hosting the party while the 3 of us were down here
With
downloading
I
Spirited.
think Grace came down here too.
I
No, well.
remember none of that.
But yeah, so
So-
I made you get Spirited and put it on a flash drive for me, and then we plugged it in.
I don't. Did I don't remember any of that. That's news to me.
I remember you were very confused, and I was in the middle of playing, and like I was like yelling at you of the things to do, and you were questioning me. I'm like, just click the button.
Huh.
These are accurate statements. As someone who was
Not blackout
blackout.
drunk. Okay.
was good.
I think you and I have gotten past this blackout drunk phases of our life.
I don't
Well,
have
I-
things that make me sad anymore
I
to
don't
drink my
really
sorrows away.
black out unless I forget that drinking nothing but bourbon for.
Yeah, it was like
Nice.
I switch it up constantly. I go
I had
between.
seltzers that night.
Yeah, I was like, I start with seltzers, and then I'll have a couple hard drinks, and then
I've
go
learned
back
the
to
hard way
seltzers.
that old fashions are not a party drink.
You also didn't make a single old fashioned.
I made some good old fashions that night. Those were some
I'm
good old
pretty
fashions.
sure at one point
Those
you
were
were.
some fucking good old
I'm
fashions.
pretty sure at one point you were just trying to drink the bitters out of the bottle because you learned that there was alcohol in it.
I did learn that. I don't know if I did that or not. I know that's a thing.
I don't
know if I did
remember.
that. If I did do that,
I wasn't paying attention to you guys half the time because I saw a
Oh, well,
video.
that's- how nice of you.
I saw a video of Jeff laying on the floor getting alcohol poured into his mouth that I don't recall happening, and I was not blackout drunk.
I do remember
I
that.
don't know what that is.
I think you were the one pouring the alcohol down his mouth.
Yeah. We had a good time. I remember this
I
one.
wish I remembered
No, it was
most of it.
Garrett.
Oh, it was Garrett?
Yeah.
I wish I remembered any of that.
Yeah, Garrett's the one that poured it.
I just saw it on Snapchat the next morning.
I love how New Year's was such a strong party that we're talking about it 2
And-
months later.
Yeah, we're
It's
talking
also
about
like the only one we've had.
yeah.
That's true. I mean, yeah, other than PowerPoint, I guess.
Oh, PowerPoint was so fun. though.
PowerPoint
But we
was
already
good.
talked about PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it, and we never uploaded the PowerPoints to Patreon.
Oof.
But that's fine. No, well, because our Patreons were at the PowerPoint party. So.
That is true.
We should probably talk about this past month.
What
yeah,
happened,
anything new?
What happened in February?
Yeah, I don't know. Short month. It flew the fuck
Well,
by.
you know, that is by design.
It's
Yeah,
not done yet, but
I know,
you
but okay, sorry. Tomorrow.
if did you know that if we didn't have leap years, at this point in time, like the harvests and shit would be in like fucking June.
Yeah.
yeah,
It'd be wild.
well, and I saw a
Did
thing.
you also watch the was that Joe Rogan with Degrassi or whatever?
I didn't. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I didn't watch that one yet.
I
I've
so
been
are
watching a
you
lot
talking
of
about the
those.
one where he was like the end of the year would be at the same time
Yeah.
for everyone, but a random time in the
the
middle
day,
of a
yeah.
day, and that would be the new year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's so
It'd
the
have nothing to do with harvest or anything.
Yeah.
It would change. It would be like Easter, where it's like at a different time every year.
But it would only change by a little bit because it would just.
No, it would be pretty rough.
I mean, at this point, it would
by
be
this
pretty-
point in time.
Yeah, by this, I guess.
No, I've been listening to just conspiracy people like Joe Rogan now, so I just
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I think Joe Rogan
Yep.
is
Yep.
a great place to go to find out that.
I just like watching the clips and getting all the info I need in a 30-second TikTok.
I
and
liked
watching
learning
it all.
about bats. It was fun. I learned about bats.
The last time I watched Joe
I
Rogan,
do love the. I don't know his name, but the like wilderness guy.
Oh, Forrest
Yeah.
Galante. I love that dude.
That dude's
Did you
awesome.
know he was from Zimbabwe?
I think I heard that. Yeah.
I did not know, and he was like ran out by like Robert Mugabe. Like his family was like ran out by Robert Mugabe. They would have been killed if they stayed another night in Zimbabwe. Wild.
Super cool guy.
Yeah. Rhodesia is a hell of a thing, guys.
Well, I mean, fun thing. We got to talk to Donnie Dust, which was
we did
pretty-
get to talk to Donnie Dust this
That
month.
dude's really,
And that
I almost
was-
ruined a Donnie Dust interview.
Yeah, well, no,
kind of did.
yeah, you're lucky I was able to edit around that.
I think he thinks we're better people now because of that.
No, I think he thinks that we're just as unprofessional as he originally thought, if not worse.
But he still shares our stuff, so
He's really cool dude. Real
He
dope.
was
he's
so
very nice.
Yeah.
He literally said that he would fly out here to do an in-person recording
That
with us.
man is probably one of the nicest people on all of like social media, like content creators.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
He's very like. Well, I mean,
We should try and get Mr. Beast.
oh god,
I have.
You have tried to get Mr. Beast.
I sent them an email. I wonder if George W. Bush has responded to my email.
Adam's out here shooting for the moon.
I haven't checked my
we're gonna
email.
go back and get Julius Caesar himself.
Yeah. So what was your true opinions of Brutus?
So what was it? What was the struggle?
How
with the
was
Holy
Cleopatra giving head?
Tell me about the Holy Roman Empire and how you really envisioned it. You know, without all those people that stabbed you to death.
Yeah.
What would you have done in the next 5 years?
What were your thoughts on Jesus? Did you think he was cool as someone who was there? Disclaimer: this is a horrible historical representation, as Julius Caesar was not actually there.
Yeah.
That was his son, and Jeff just called Julius Caesar the Holy Roman Empire. That was Constantine.
Ah, yes.
Actually, the Holy Roman Empire was Germany. So, like 1,000 years later.
Yeah, we tried.
Hey, tag this as educational.
Yes.
I always tag these as
Okay.
educational.
The only one I didn't was the alcohol review one.
You know what?
I'm fine with that. No, that was very educational.
I don't think we gave a single tip of anything.
16-year-olds everywhere.
Whoa, we do
Whoa,
not condone
this is
underage
only
drinking.
this is a 21 and up podcast.
Yeah, sure. This is.
Sir, you're making it harder. Jesus, like fuck off. Oh yeah, and do you guys do anything with your significant others or anything? I didn't do shit. Everything I did this month was with you two
Valentine's
fucking
Day
idiots.
was this month.
Oh, I made a beef Wellington.
Oh yeah, I
was
saw
it?
that.
So Morgan and I have been watching MasterChef and a lot. And so I was like, well, Gordon Ramsay always talks about his beef Wellington. So I looked up Gordon Ramsay's beef Wellington recipe.
There's like 14 billion like videos on that shit.
Yeah, so I looked that up, but I had to change it because Morgan and I don't like mushrooms, so we had to use carrots
Are you able
instead.
to actually taste the mushrooms in a beef?
Well, you use actual
I know,
mushrooms.
It's like the breading kind of
It's
thing.
not-
inside
it's-
of beef
it's
Wellington.
one
It's a
of-
sauce.
it's
It's a sauce. So you kind of blend.
not what-
Is
it
beef
called?
Wellington the thing that's like
Wrapped
baked
in
and shit?
pastry,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So what
It's like
you do the
it's
same
like
thing.
super diced mushrooms. That's like
Yeah.
layering
So
it.
you take a food processor and you process it down to just a paste
Okay.
and rub it. But Morgan and I don't like the
think of
taste of mushrooms.
Can't
So.
think of the name of that. Keep going. I'm gonna try to think of the name.
But so we did carrots instead because that's a 1-to-1 ratio split.
Wouldn't they just make it like a fucking I don't know?
It's a beef Wellington. It's just a paste. It's a
carrot?
carrot paste as opposed to a mushroom paste. They're both pastes.
I feel like I'd enjoy that greatly because I love carrots.
Same. But and then we also
How's your
did.
eyesight now?
It's
Did
fucking
you know
great.
that was actually a psyop plan by the British government? The carrots and
Yeah.
eyesight thing. Yeah.
But and then we also did cheese souffle because they make those on MasterChef all the time. The beef Wellington.
What is a souffle?
I don't
It's
know.
like- it's like
I made it
baked
and I don't know.
cheese.
It's
Isn't
baked
it-
cheese and eggs basically.
Okay.
Egg
I
whites
thought that
and
was a
cheese.
quiche.
No, the quiche is like a whole
know what a
egg
quiche is.
blended up. It's like baking scrambled eggs without actually scrambling them. Where souffles, you do cheese and cream
Do you
and
light
egg
the
whites.
top on fire?
No, that's a creme brulee.
That's a creme brulee.
I
Jesus,
love, dude,
why
creme
am I an
brulee
idiot?
is delicious.
They are.
They are.
It's
But
just sugar and egg yolk.
Yeah.
so we made both of those. The beef Wellington was pretty good.
Did you use the right cut of meat?
Yeah, the
What
second
is the cut of meat on a Wellington?
filet,
yeah.
filet mignon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a wild cut to use in something like that.
Because it's super tender. Like, no matter how well done it's cooked.
Yeah, but I feel like I've always kind of figured that like filet mignon doesn't have flavor to it.
That's what you put a lot of flavor into
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of shit in a beef Wellington.
Yeah, so
I want to make a prime rib for something.
But-
I want to make a fucking tomahawk so bad.
I think like sometime this summer I'm gonna try to make like a prime rib because it should be like cheaper because it won't be the holiday season. I think I want to try.
Have you watched Guga at all on like Facebook?
What the fuck is Guga?
It's Guga's. So he's one. Of,
Oh yes,
he's the dude who like does wild
Yeah.
shit with steak to like make it
Yeah.
like. Can I turn this eye round into a filet mignon tender-wise or whatever?
Yeah,
And he like.
yeah.
Apparently he's like found a method to do it. And I haven't watched that video yet, but like he's done everything in order to do it.
Yeah.
but the beef Wellington was good. We need one more shot. Like there's things that we just figured out we needed to tweak to the recipe to make it work for us.
Did you make the lattice with the pastry, or did you just wrap it?
No,
in
we just
pastry?
wrapped it.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going for the extra.
The
flair.
No.
lattice is cool.
The last is cool. No, I just grabbed the puff pastry out of the freezer. And then the cheese souffle did not turn out, but I feel like that was because we were making them both at the same time, but the Wellington needed to cook, and the Wellington you can check and stuff, but the cheese souffle, once it goes in the oven, you can't open the oven because you can't let it lose heat. And
Otherwise it like shrinks and shit, right?
yeah, like it will fall apart. And I told Morgan, don't.
I have no idea what the fuck a souffle is. Then, 'cause, like,
It's in a little dish.
yeah,
it's like
in a ramekin, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So but you go and so you
I don't
make
like
it.
baked cheese. Baked cheese scares
Well,
me. Like I don't like baked brie.
So you make the souffle and you have to put it into the oven. Like it's all like a step. Like you just do it. And so I told Morgan like, hey,
What makes the souffle? Is it the cheese or the egg?
I don't know. I literally don't know. I just looked up a recipe and made it. And
Pull that up.
and
I got the tablet.
I told Morgan, don't start the souffle stuff. Like we have the ingredients out. Don't do anything to it until after the Wellington is done cooking, because the Wellington needs to rest for 15 minutes and the souffle needs to cook for 30. So like we were so at different temperatures, so we couldn't cook them together. So because the Wellington halfway through the first portion, you open it up and lower the temperature, like you do. So I had to I was like, don't touch the souffle until the Wellington is done. We let it out to rest. It rests for an extra 15 minutes, like whatever. And she went, and so she just started doing the souffle, thinking it was fine. And then the ingredients sat there partially put together for 15 minutes while we dealt with the Wellington in the oven because we couldn't do anything else. And I think that's why the souffle didn't turn out, because all the ingredients, like you have to whip the egg whites to have peaks.
Yeah.
And-
Meringue, yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, and then it sat there.
Ah.
So I think that's
I feel like that would be a very good reason.
because
why
it
that
didn't
would
rise at all. It tasted good. It just did not rise at all. So I think we decided that we want to try both of them again. We think we can get the Wellington done perfectly the next time. The cheese souffle, we want to give a couple more attempts, but we can't make them together. Like we have to, like the souffle we're going to make on its own until we know what to do with it.
So apparently, a souffle is an egg-based baked dish originating in France. It is a savory main dish or a sweetened dessert. Apparently, souffle is also a noun in medicine, a low murmuring or blowing sound heard through a stethoscope. Oh, I find that more interesting than most of what you just said.
I think I need to be alone.
Get fucked. Jesus.
I'm gonna pay for that one later. At some episode, I'm gonna pay for that
It
one.
might be this one.
Yeah.
You haven't talked about your Valentine's Day
Yeah,
yet.
so my Valentine's Day, the extent of it was, so we celebrated the weekend before.
Oh, so you weren't even special enough to celebrate it on Valentine's
That's
Day.
good. That's good one. I like
We're
this.
getting there. I'm gonna get meaner. Just keep talking and let me see what I can come up with.
So we went to, oh god, where did we? So we went to the outlet mall. Shopped around there for a bit. We kind of wandered, spent the day together, and then we went out to dinner. Where did we?
Clearly not very memorable.
Where did we go for? I don't even remember.
Mine was more memorable.
Did you jerk off?
No, I just spent it alone.
No. I don't remember. I think we might have been. I have no clue if we went out to dinner or not. I'll be honest with you. I do not remember.
God,
I can't wait for Shannon to hear this.
Shannon's gonna listen.
Shannon's gonna
She's
be
gonna
very,
hit him harder than you will.
Yeah.
Shannon's gonna be very upset that I don't remember if or where we
What
went
if
to dinner.
Here, I'll just text Shannon and ask
Yeah,
her
well,
what happened.
She's out with her grandma right now, so she might respond. But I don't. I was like, where the fuck did we go out for dinner? I remember we went to an Anne Marie for like the pretzels, like the pretzel place, and I asked for pretzel dogs, and a very very angry old lady said we don't have those, and I got a little bit of pretzel bites, but I was very sad that they didn't have hot dog pretzels. Anyway, there was that, and then yeah, that was really all we did that day. Nothing. Neither of us are really like super into Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Like we don't.
Morgan is super into Valentine's Day, and I hate the holiday.
We both think it's like a perversion into a corporate holiday.
That's what I feel like.
I've always liked Valentine's Day for like the religious aspect of it, but that's just because
I mean,
I am who I am.
But thank God we have the guys' version, which is Steak and Blowjob Day, which I think is March 3rd. So.
Is that March 3rd?
I think
Fuck
so.
yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'll be spending that one alone too with a steak.
Steak and the hand job day.
Maybe I'll have 2 steaks.
To make
up for the blowjob.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a really expensive steak, but that'll just be better than any blowjob that I could have gotten.
Okay.
So you guys went to downtown Naperville to buy books and a board game, then you made homemade pizzas.
Oh, I got the wrong day.
Hey, my Beef Wellington story isn't sounding too bad now.
Yeah, I got the wrong day. We did go to the outlet mall at some point.
Your story wasn't bad. Nick just apparently wasn't interested.
I had the wrong day. I had the outlet mall day. But no, we did do that. Yeah, we did make homemade pizzas because I don't
think you don't get to speak on this anymore.
Well,
I just told Sharon to wait until this week's episode comes out.
I also made jokes on you. I'm editing. I'm gonna cut this all out.
No!
This is about to be a 15-minute episode.
Hey, we're gonna have to give Shannon like a free month.
Yeah.
Just, hey,
watch the video.
Watch this really quick.
So
from minute this to this.
So that day before that, I spent the day making homemade pesto. So I use sunflower seeds in my pesto because I don't want to pay like 4 pine nuts because pine nuts are expensive as fuck. So I use sunflower seeds. And I did it, and like I had to let my my pesto cool off because I blended it too long to the point where the cheese was melting. And then I realized I fucked up at the very last minute and never added any garlic to my pesto. And I don't know if you know this, garlic's a pretty fucking important ingredient in pesto.
Yeah, otherwise you're just tasting.
You're just getting basil. And nut.
Basil and nut.
The way you say nut is so emphasized.
It's like very aggressive for no fucking reason.
It is definitely you referencing semen. like your pesto, I'm never trying now. 'Cause I guarantee you use sunflower seeds, but it's gonna taste like
it's
nuts.
my sunflowered seeds.
You want to know why it's sunflower seeds? It's because I go out in the backyard and sun my balls for an hour before I make it.
It's my flower that would create the sun.
Well, that's the thing people are doing now is they're like fucking sunning their nuts and asshole to get more vitamin D.
You can there's like a little
I think I'll stick with supplementing it. Thanks though.
There's a little testicle jacuzzi that you can use now too.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
I don't know if that would feel good or if my balls are.
I kind of want to. I think they're like $50, but I want to get one at some point just to jacuzzi my nuts.
Hey, everyone listening, can you
Become
Yeah,
patrons.
can you become
So,
patrons?
so Adam can
Nick-
get a ball
Adam-
jacuzzi.
So Adam can get his
And also,
ball hot tub.
so I can get a dedicated
Also,
room
I
to
think
sun
you
my
can just get a
asshole.
bowl, warm up some water, and dip
No,
your
but
balls
it creates the bubbles too. Like
in it.
it's
Get a really long straw and blow
no. I want you to blow into my my
Okay.
nut jacuzzi.
Yeah, sure, why not?
It adds more like personality to it.
Personality.
It's a bit of personality.
That's what I want in my ball jacuzzi. It's a little bit of personality.
Oh,
God, do you at least act like you're here?
you know, he could always just ask me to be his ball jacuzzi. I'd just gargle his mouth with water in my mouth.
Whore.
This is that.
Jesus Christ.
This is rough.
That got out of hand.
You know,
God, guys, this is week 1. Fun
We got-
fact for people that don't know, we record these all in a day.
And we got 5 weeks this month.
we got.
Be prepared. You got to come back for every week because it's going to get so much
It's
worse.
so much
I'm on drink 2. Everyone else is on drink 1.
I'm about to start drinking.
Yeah. So I'm assuming by week 5, you're gonna hear me on the other side of the room just going, "Let it go."
Why, I think you're gonna sing "Let It Go."
That's what I thought too. That's honestly what I thought he was about to say. I was like,
Let
wild.
it go. Let it go.
Nice.
I wanted it to get picked up on all the mics.
Oh, it probably did.
That's why you're editing this one. So. You keep going, buddy.
How long have we been recording?
20 something.
There he goes. Look at them legs. Look at them giraffe legs. Just ooh.
Why are you wearing jeans? This was a short recording.
Like how apparently going out for...
I'm taking my pants off.
Oh, God.
No!
Oh,
I
fuck.
hope you guys know that for the next episode I will be pantsless.
Oh, I mean, we were playing League the other night, and in the middle of a game,
I'm
he
taking
gets-
my pants off.
he gets killed, and he's like, "Oh, that's frustrating. I'm taking my pants off." And they're just, we were like,
I mean, didn't I do that in college all the time?
yeah, but it was just the statement after like a really tough game of like he just gets murdered, and he goes, "Oh,
His
that's
pa-
frustrating. I'm taking my pants off." And Alex just goes, "Good for you, man. Honor for you after this game."
His Nick's pants are halfway off anyway. He walks out with his fly undone.
Look, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, so continuing on. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
whatever
had-
the fuck happened.
we've had some wild times at the end of this
Yeah.
month. One of our friends lost his brother, so we all went yesterday to go help them move some stuff out of the house, and
It got rowdy,
It got a little rowdy.
but not in like a sad way or an angry way. It got rowdy with the 3 of us carpool.
Well,
We were
yeah, so
definitely
it
too
was-
excited to be there.
it was an hour and a half drive from my place,
Which
to
is
get
an
there.
hour from my place.
Yeah,
Still.
sorry, it was an hour and a
Yeah.
half south from me, and I am an
Yeah.
hour south of Adams.
So
About 5
I
minutes south of
drove
me.
an hour to Jeff's to then be stuck in the car.
Well, it starts off with me and Adam finally getting ready to leave, and me being like, haven't heard from Nick yet. Text Nick. He's like, "Oh, look, I just woke up.
Definitely
only 15
overslept.
minutes." And then we're driving. We're about to hop on the expressway, and Adam's like, "Hey, we gotta go pick up Nick." And I was like, "This fucking piece of shit." We
That's the
pull up-
fastest you've ever gotten ready, though.
we pull up.
I was up, roaring to go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Ripper roaring to go.
Roaring, ready to go.
So we pull up to fucking Nick's house, and he comes out. He's in his fucking. He has this like, I don't even know what it's called. A quarter zip.
Yeah, quarter zip.
He has a
yeah.
quarter zip that's absolutely fucking destroyed. It has a stain on the
so-
front.
It's got
There's a
paint.
shit ton of paint on the
Yeah,
back.
Nick was helping me paint my stairs and then leaned back on the wet wall that he just painted with it on, and then I was like, "There's nothing I can do to fix that. That's paint."
So he comes walking out. He's
There's a
walking
little
across his
swagger
yard,
walk.
and
With his bright blue underwear poking through his fucking fly.
his fly completely open. Just
Also,
bright blue underwear.
somehow you have the largest flies I have ever seen.
I know those fuckers might as well zip all the way down to the asshole. Like Jesus.
So Shannon, like I'll go out with Shannon, and like we are going to a function or something, and like I will walk up to her door, and she'll be like, "Your fly's down," Or like we'll get to the car, and like I'll walk out. We're going there, and I'll like have to like swerve behind her to zip up my fly so people can't.
Like, so here's the
This has been a
thing.
chronic
Well, no,
problem since I was 5.
here's the thing. I watched you zip up your fly the day before at your house before we went out to get sushi.
Well,
and that I've never seen someone take that long to zip up their fly. You were struggling.
I was like to point out I was carrying that day, and I was trying to seat it properly, so it wasn't like I wasn't printing the entire time.
So fucking Nick walks up, he opens the back door to my truck, and Adam goes, "Hey, your fly's down." And Nick, just still like half asleep, looks him dead in the eyes and goes, "Yeah." And then
and then it takes him an hour to get into the truck because the truck is lifted, and Nick can barely walk on a flat surface, let alone taking a step up.
We should talk about sushi. Sushi was whack.
Sushi was
wild.
Sushi was 4 crackheads, and
that was wild. That was such a
we
fucking
so
bizarre
we
experience.
get sushi like at least.
I'd say it's like once a month,
yeah.
and probably more.
Yeah,
more
so,
often than not, twice.
Yeah, so me, Nick, and Grace will get like sushi once a month, but we invited some more people this time because Adam's more free now and stuff. So we had me, Adam, Nick, Grace, Alex, and Mandy. So there's 6 of us. We had to get we went to a different sushi place than what we're used to. Our sushi place that we normally go to, it's very much the come in, sit down, don't fucking talk to me. Here's a shit ton of food and get the fuck out.
But that sushi place, they said that because they had so many reservations, they weren't taking walk-in parties more than 5. We had 6 people, and so they wouldn't take us. And we're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
So we're like, do we want to like just have 2 tables of 3 people?
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
So we find Grace chooses a different place, and then we get there. Much nicer restaurant. I am in fucking like
also
short
no parking.
shorts.
No parking. It took us
parked,
15 minutes to find parking.
Yeah, we walked like 4 blocks to get there. Yeah, so I'm in like fucking shorts and that are covered in chalk because I just left lifting thinking that we were going to the other place that doesn't give a shit.
That's just here, shovel this in your gullet and fuck off.
And so Grace and I are the first ones there, and then like 15 minutes later, granted, we saw you guys as we were about to walk into the place. You guys drove by us. Took you guys 15 minutes to get parking and then get in there. So Grace and I were just sitting there like already filled out our sheets.
Adam and I got gaslit in the same parking lot twice. So
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We pull into the parking lot because we see someone backing out, and unfortunately, like around the corner, there was a car sitting there waiting for this car, but they were hidden behind the cars in the middle lane. So as we pull in, we don't see them, and all of them are like, "Fuck!" And they have their blinker on,
and then,
like they're taking the
we
spot.
pull into a different lot. We see someone pulling out of another lot. That was my handicapped person, so like, we parked there. So it's just, well, fuck. And then I was like, just go to the fucking parking garage. We can't. We're gonna be here for hours.
Yeah,
Downtown Naperville sucks.
That's fine.
Someone.
Migo.
Andale.
So we finally, everyone gets in
There
there.
was a fire truck going by. If anyone couldn't hear that, so there's that.
So we all get seated. We're all sitting there. It's me with Adam across from me, Nick next to him.
Why are you and I always sitting next to each
We
other?
never should be.
Because
Be
Nick
as
at
far
one
away
point
from
used
each
my
other.
hip bone as an armrest.
That's true. That did happen. It was wild, and he didn't stop.
He actually, when I pointed it out, it got worse.
We were all drinking water, and the lady that was pouring the water might as well have like, this is gonna come across real bad. She might as well have fucking Parkinson's when she was pouring shit.
She nicked Jeff's eye.
Yeah, she did the widest
splash food water onto our food.
She did this super wide arc, and she smacked the pitcher off my eyebrow.
Apparently there was some jet propulsion on that water or something because that shit was coming out of Mach 5.
We ordered, and it would take 25 minutes for each person's order to come out.
And then Nick went because it's all you can eat sushi, so we always get second. You never fill up your first plate with more than you.
I mean, I do. I just go poop.
Yeah, well, I say you don't. I mean, Adam did, Mandy did, Alex did, but we were seasoned veterans. We know.
I knew.
So I was ready for my second order, and then all of a sudden, we place our second orders, Like 45 minutes goes by, and then she comes up with our checks.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, okay, so we all pay.
And while she has all of our credit cards, all of a sudden people's second orders start coming out.
Yeah, like
And-
Andy got her one piece of sushi that she.
Yeah, but we were like, at that point, we were already paying. We just looked around and like, we're not waiting 45 minutes to get our second order of food after we've paid.
Yeah.
Well,
So
don't
we just
forget about
left.
little Miss Karen behind us.
Little Miss
Oh.
Karen. So, okay. So, Little Miss Karen, I couldn't see her.
Point out, we were screaming that we were autistic and retarded
Yeah, so-
this entire time.
So,
You two were
we,
screaming that you're
Adam and I were
autistic.
screaming that we were
So-
autistic and retarded.
okay, so I couldn't see Miss Karen behind us. All I heard was her bitch at the waitress about how long it's taking. Granted, I was annoyed it was taking that long. There was 2 guys making all of the sushi for the entire restaurant, so I wasn't going to be an asshole about it.
Can we talk about how after she started bitching about that, the restaurant was like quiet?
Well, yeah,
It was.
we all wanted to shame her.
Yeah, like no one else
but-
spoke. Well, besides you two, continuously.
Yeah,
yelling the word
so
autistic.
there was a thing called a
Screech behind it.
there was a thing called a special California roll, and Alex goes and looks at it and goes, "What makes it special?" And without missing a beat, I just go, "It's autistic." And so everyone was dying laughing, and apparently I got glared at by this bitchy lady behind me, and I kept making autistic jokes throughout the entire dinner.
They were bold.
They
autistic
were
jokes,
they
by
were
the way.
I mean they were like
They were spicy boys.
they were some hardcore autistic jokes that if I wasn't autistic if I wasn't autistic, they would have been very bad. Like they would have been not in
Okay,
good
well,
taste.
let's not change the fact that you being autistic doesn't mean that they're very bad.
No, but it's like being able to say the N-word but being black. So
Absolutely not.
so at the end,
I'm
Jeff
gonna start claiming that as a Mexican from now on. I'm gonna start using that shit.
but Jeff tells me he's like that. Like I made some autistic joke, and Jeff tells me like that bitchy lady behind you keeps glaring at you, and I was like, "Good, let her yell at me. I'm autistic. I'll cry."
Yeah, you did say that. And
Anyway.
so the reason that like I am like we need to shut up is because I am the person in the friend group that like fucking Adam's gonna be the one that gets yelled at, and then you're gonna be sitting there awkwardly off to the side, and then I'm gonna have to fight the person's husband. Like that's literally the roles we have.
To be fair,
And that man looked like he was just trying to have a nice dinner with either his father or
to be
father-in-law.
fair, legally in that situation, I cannot fight. So yeah, that's fun. You just stuff.
That's
Well,
fine. I'll
Adam's
cry.
gonna- yeah, Adam's gonna be crying. I'm gonna be fighting
Just
the husband.
fighting, and I'm just standing there like, well, fuck.
You can fight the kid.
I think that might go worse for me. Actually. He's got more of a ball level to hit me.
Well, not if they're like 18 months old and you can backhand them out of the fucking high chair.
Anyway, so back to yesterday's car ride.
What about it?
Yeah,
We started talking about the shit that went down at yesterday's car ride, and then we moved on to sushi night.
Oh, I thought we were gonna save the other topic for just another episode.
I mean, we can do that.
No.
Episode 3, 2, what something.
I got pee.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we can end this one here.
All right.
Oh, anyone got anything else?
I got another.
We just got the most recent life update, which is Nick has to piss. So
my.
I think we're all caught up.
I mean, you'll get the more recent one, like episode 4, when I have to poop. So
It's true.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Become a Patreon and watch the video of the entire month's worth of episodes in one go.
that's bold of you if you do that. Like I am.
Do you know these mics smell horrible? Why is your mic? Oh, that's not even your mic.
That's our extra mic.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
forgot my mic.
Dumbass.
He's gonna destroy
Okay,
that
bye.
extra mic.
Oh.